Look at this guy going after the horses.
Holy shit, bro! What the fuck?
New Jersey Governor Mickey Sherrill again, she notes that a couple nights ago, when was this? This would have been Friday night. 6 arrests were made, which is pathetic. This is before the school bus showed up. 5 out of the 6 arrested were people from outside of New Jersey. This is a coordinated campaign of violence against our ICE government law enforcement. But what? Okay, so what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? I mean, I was alive when the federal government was taking out the mafia. I recall what it was like when they were taking out the KKK. When they wanted to do that, they had no trouble. They had the resources, they had the means, and they only have more technical means now, just given how we can all communicate electronically now. They have all those phones. They arrested several busloads of domestic terrorists yesterday. Well, they should be cloning all those phones and feeding it into Grok. Feed it into an AI. It should be easier than ever to discern these complicated networks and then target them for conspiracy to commit domestic terrorism. Start building those cases. This account, Matt Von Swall, he's a good account to follow. He says, it boggles my mind how at any single moment, for any reason, hundreds of leftists can show up instantly with supplies and riot for weeks. Normal people have to rearrange their entire day to show up anywhere. And these people just always on call? And this is the normie view of these people. They believe the media lie that these are protesters who somehow are throwing away their daily responsibilities to go participate in these protests for weeks at a time. That's how normies see this. They're exercising their First Amendment rights. But they're not doing that. They don't have normal lives that they have to abandon to engage in activities. This is their job. This is their career. This is all they do. Ari Fleischer, remember him from, I guess, one of the Bush administrations, writes, the Democrats do a January 6th every day, every week. Of course, their target is ICE. January 6th was a riot that I would suggest was triggered by the Capitol Police Department attacking protesters, initiating the violence. And of course, there were embedded assets from the FBI. There were agents provocateur. Much of the bad acts were committed by people who were not there to protest. They were there to act as a catalyst for violence. But in any case, January 6th lasted for 5 hours, and then everybody went home. Because the January 6th protesters are not professionals. They do have normal lives. They can't take weeks out to besiege the Capitol or any ICE facility or anything. They can take a weekend day to travel to D.C., peaceably assemble. By the way, the most heavily armed demographic in America, right-wing white men, didn't bring a single firearm with them to protest at the Capitol. They can take a few hours to do that, and then they have to get back to their lives if, of course, the federal government's not arresting them at 4 a.m. at gunpoint in front of their families and putting them in solitary isolation for months. All I ask is that these anti-ICE domestic terrorists be treated like the January 6th protesters. That's the difference between January 6th and this never-ending, days, weeks, months-long series of insurrectionist acts by the progressive fascist left. Eric Dougherty, another journalist, writes, just in, it's been revealed that leftist rioters are being bussed in by external organizations on top of getting thousands of dollars of equipment, cut off the communist funding. Yes, be a professional. Amateurs focus on tactics. Professionals focus on logistics. Let's focus on the logistics. Leftists and Antifa have now been banished further away from Delaney, and a curfew is in place. This is from this weekend. Bring maximum FAFO. FAFO. Sean Davis, who's a good follow. Again, we're on the same page. Sure would be nice if the White House, Department of Justice, and FBI took an interest in identifying, dismantling, and destroying the networks responsible for planning and funding these riots. beyond done with the 2020 vibes of just staring at coordinated terrorist violence and doing nothing. And that's what it feels like. Why doesn't the Department of Justice announce a major operation akin to what was brought against the mafia and against the KKK, against Antifa? Why don't we hear about it every week? It's progress. Is it happening in the background and we just don't know? That's no good. We need to know our nation is protecting us. These Mehek Cook writes, these are paid militia trying to provoke violence, create a martyr, and turn chaos into a midterm campaign ad. Do not give them the victim they want. Arrest anyone throwing rocks, attacking officers, or targeting police horses. Yeah, should be hyper aggressive about all this. The real problem, of course, is that MAGA doesn't have the political resources it needs to compel decisive action here. There's Democrats, there's Republicans who are just rhinos, they're just Democrats light, and then there's MAGA, but there's not enough MAGA. We need more. We need all the MAGA.
They want to win. I know how to win.
Are you worried about Baldwin?
Some of them don't know how to win. I know how to win. I think I've proven that, haven't I?
Are you worried about the ballroom funding this?
So Trump's text here is disloyal Republicans are far more difficult than even crooked Hillary. They come at you from all sides, like John Thune, not passing the Save America Act, an existential issue for America's survival. They don't know how to win. I'll teach them. Yeah, and the Democrats, you know, are your enemies, and you can expose their fecklessness. The rhinos wear conservatism like a skin suit. It's not real for them. They're happy to be the loyal opposition and lose, as long as they get to maintain their particular grift. The only people actually fighting for America are MAGA, and MAGA is only a thin slice right now of Republicans. It's just enough to give the Republicans a bare majority. But we have to get rid of these rhinos. We have to replace people like John Cornyn with Ken Paxton, which just happened. We have to do this redistricting so we have more Republican seats into which we can elect MAGA personnel, which is happening. There's a lot going right for America. The difficulty is we allowed our nation to get right to the razor's edge of existential obliteration before Trump came in and saved us. Saved us in the moment, maybe saved us in the long term. The only person who can lead America to regained survival and world supremacy is Donald Trump. He's the only one. And he's one guy and imperfect. But without Trump, there is no MAGA. There is no hope for America. Just imagine if Hillary had been elected. Imagine if Kamala had been elected. Imagine what that Supreme Court would look like. Imagine how many hundreds of millions of Democrats would be importing into our nation, making instant citizens. The only person preventing that, who can prevent it, Thomas Massey, a congressman from Kentucky, can't prevent any of that. He's one legislator out of hundreds. The only person who can prevent that, who's ever even made the effort, is Donald Trump. Don't forget the mugs. Father's Day is coming up. It does take like a week for the mug to get to you. So it's the Trump $250 note mug. So if you want one for Father's Day, if your dad would love one, it's a big mug for the big bill. Order it now. Order it now so you make sure you have it in time for Father's Day so you can hand it over in person. And you don't have to do that goofy thing where you print off a page from the website and hand them the paper. Order now to make sure you get your mug. There's also t-shirts, coasters, mouse pads, all with the same note on it, if any of that's of interest.